Hi, this is the Chronic Vapor from Purge Alley YouTube website, and today I'm doing a quick video on the Purge Alley, quick review, unboxing, and I'm going to show you some of the features. So when you open up your box, doing this one-handed today, you're going to get your user manual. This is great, it's in multiple language, and at the back is where you're going to find your warranty registration card, which is important. You're also going to get this, which I'm not quite sure what it is. Could be a sticker. Somebody told me it was something else, but I forget what it is. So let me know in the comments if you know. I'm going to get your mod, and this has been set up with a pod already in it. And yeah. So here we see the LCD screen. And you can see that it shows 20 watts. And there are multiple power modes, and it is adjustable wattage. As you can see, it can go up or down. It goes all the way down to 5 and all the way up to 30. And then the bottom left is a pulse counter, and the top right would be your battery life. The Purge Alley features very nice side panels, and depending on your model, you may also get some nice kind of engraving going on the sides here, which is very nice. You can pop these panels off, and there are people who are making custom panels for these already, so you can get pictures or whatever you want for a custom panel for your Purge Alley pod mod. It also comes with a USB charger, which is important. Now, this mod, the way it works is the top pops off like a Zippo, and you put a pod in. This is how you get your pods. They come in a box, just like so. And inside, really tough doing this one-handed, guys. Inside, you're going to get your pod pre-sealed in a vacuum bag. And it says Alley on one side, and then your whatever ohmage you got. There's a point ohm and another ohm for if you're looking to do mouth to lung or straight to lung. Purge Alley features very good cloud production with using the 0.0 aim coil at 20 yachts, or not 20 yachts, 20 watts. And there we see the LCD screen. So I'm going to take a quick riff off of it and then try to show you some of the smoke production by pointing my camera down and blowing off to the side. So here we go. I know that's not very high quality for video making, but I can assure you the one thing in this video that is high quality is definitely going to be the Purge Alley. So I'm going to switch hands here. Just kind of show you the bottom. Here you have your battery vent holes, and you see the two panel slots, and it's regular USB charger. The mod, it's really nice because a lot of the pod mods on the market today, they kind of feature the flimsy feeling, a light feeling. You know, I noticed that with not to bash Thorn, but some of their products I feel have been kind of flimsy. I'm trying to give you a close up here of the engraving and the work on the panels. It says Purge Alley right there, on the other side as well. Now I'm going to set the camera down for a moment as I pop open the top. Try to get rid of this. And now that the top is open, the way that it closes is this little spring latch right here. You can see the silver part, that's a spring. And this part right here goes back and forth and is what latches the top down. So it's not just a friction fit. There you see some of your C&Es and your gold tang pins there. It connects to the pod. The pod can pop out like so. It's like this. Holds 2 milliliters of juice. You can see the coil right there. And the best way to prime this one, I have found, is to close the easily adjustable air vent right there. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to fill it in from the side by removing this rubber piece. You're going to move that to the side. You're going to fill it up with juice until it's just about full. You're going to want to close that. And then you're going to want to put about 1 to 2 nice solid drops down the funnel here. And then you're going to want to let it sit for 30 seconds. And then you're going to want to start giving it some hard pulls. And then, as I always recommend, let it sit for at minimum 5 minutes. I personally try to go for 10 to 15 just to make sure that there's no chance for me burning out the coil prematurely. We're going to insert this back in here. It's very simple. You just slide it up so it matches with the hole on the top here. You're going to push it in nice and firm, and then you're going to click it back into place. Now, one of the things that I like about this mod over some other pod mods is that the leaking I have encountered has been very minimal. And this is very important because a lot of the lower quality pod mods downfall isn't even the construction quality at all. It's just the plain design of the actual pod itself that, because it is prone to leaking, cannot manage to damage the inside, the guts of the mod, whether it be messing up connections from the wiring or messing up the plate that is withholding all the computer information on the inside, the chip. And this one I really like because the way that the pod is designed, you fill the juice in from the side here, and on the bottom there's no hole. It's kind of hard to see from the bag, but there's no hole on the bottom, which means it won't be leaking through the bottom. And that is because the only way that juice can really leave that I found is by coming out this top vent right here. I have not found anything coming from the golden pins on the bottom of the pod. And this is very good because what that means is that all the leaking will be happening externally from the vaping device, which means that you're not going to have any leakage down into the guts of the system, messing up the vape's computer. So overall, for the Purge Alley, I'd have to give it a 10 out of 10. I definitely think it's the best pod mod that I personally have ever tried, and I've always been partial to the Smock Nord. And the Nord's downfall is really leaking, and this I find to have no problems with leaking at all. So I have to give this a 10 out of 10 so far. Another thing I'd like to point out is the flavor. I find that for best flavor, you should stick between 15 and 25 watts. I kind of keep at the sweet spot of 20, where I'm getting good cloud production and good flavor as well. Now, another thing I'd like to point out is that if I go all the way down to 15, I get a little bit less cloud production, but I feel that the flavor is on par and sometimes even a little bit better than when I have it all the way up at 20 watts. But boosting this sucker up to 25, there's no problem with it at all. Definitely nice, definitely enough cloud production there. Definitely a little bit more than 20. And it's very nice. The flavor is on point through all the watts, or all the different settings that I've tried, all the way down from 5 to 30. I find that it's pretty good at doing what they claim that they were looking for, which is solid cloud production and flavor. But at 5, it is pretty tough to get a vape that's working really well at 5 watts. And I'm going to show you the kind of cloud production that we're getting with that. Okay. So very minimal at 5 watts. So I'm not really sure why they have it able to go down to 5. I personally think that the lowest that they should have had this thing be able to go was 10. I think going from 10 to 30 would have been a lot better. Because at 10 you can get some not so laughable cloud production, but keeping it ramped up all the way to 20 is where I like it. And then if you press and hold the plus and minus button at the same time and hold it, it'll show a power lock or power unlock, and the power lock makes it so that you can still hit your vape, but you are unable to adjust it. And whenever you try to adjust it, if you are trying to, it'll just say power lock. And the way to disable that again is by holding down the positive and negative button, and that'll allow you to be able to adjust freely up and down, which is very useful. Just lock it right there. That way you won't accidentally go off. But I find that these buttons are very sturdy, and it's pretty hard to accidentally press them in the wrong direction. So we're just going to leave that on power unlock. Another thing I like to do, some people like to go inside and see how their vape is working, and the Purge Alley allows you to do that with removable carbon fiber appearing side plates right here under the side cover, which is held on by magnets. You see 4 what I believe to be hex screws, could be metric, that hold the side plate on, and once you take those off, you will be able to get into the guts of your mod if say any leaking occurs that I am not aware of on this mod. So my final thoughts on the Purge Alley right here is I think that Purge, it's a well-known high-quality vaporizer company, and this device definitely does not stray far at all from what you would consider to be a quality Purge product, because that is what it is a quality Purge product. Now, Purges, for the most part, have been made in the USA exclusively, and as I believe that the consumer should know this is not manufactured in the United States. They have outsourced it to China, but I can personally assure you that all of these have been, all the ones I've come across have been of very high quality. And even though, as you can see in the top right, my battery is very much low, this is still hitting like a champ. That's because it's nice and regulated. You're not getting a certain power output just because of what you have left in your battery. It's regulated, but that's pretty much industry standard at this point. But something I was like throwing there. So I do think that it's a little bit overpriced. I've seen these going for about $80. I really think that an appropriate price for the Purge Alley in a perfect world would be somewhere around $50 for what it is, because it is very high quality, and just the little details, throwing in things like this, having some nice engraving on there. Some people were wondering about the material. On this model it is zinc alloy, and I do believe they have some stainless steel models, but I'm not sure if it's just imitation that's actually made of zinc alloy or not. But either way, this is a very sturdy, hefty, and compact, dense mod, and I don't think that anybody should be having any problems with it. So overall, I think that hopefully we'll be seeing the price settle down to around $60. I definitely do think that from what I've seen so far, it is worth it. It's compatible with all the juices that I've put through it. I've personally been using some Taffy Splash Strawberry and some Twist Salt Pink Lemonade. So those are my favorite flavors to be run through this. And this is compatible with Salt Nick as well. And I really like what Purge has done with this product. You can buy the pods in packs of 2. Right here. And this is how they're going to come. They're going to come in this box. This box is ripped because I had to get the pod out one-handed. But that's besides the point. So thank you for watching. And this is the Chronic Vapor signing out with the Purge Alley review. Thanks.